Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at the fact that it's a weekend and it's time to get some rest. I look forward to a wonderful weekend, but not yet. We have today's broadcast and we have tomorrow's broadcast, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. It is Friday, January 31st. It's the last day of the first month of the year. Time flies when you're having fun, and I cannot think of anything else to say other than the fact that I'm happy that it is the weekend. This morning I woke up with a surprise message from Telmex saying, "We're coming." And by the time I looked out the window, they were gone. So hopefully they will come back next week. The good thing is that we seem to be properly connected, and I hope we can stay that way throughout our broadcast, because I have some interesting news to share with you. But first, as always, if you have anything important that you wish to share with a cluster, it helps a great deal if you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. And if you're watching live for the first time, it helps a great deal if you add a capital letter N, as in new, so we can give you a nice little welcome. And if you're not watching live and you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook later on in the day, hey, welcome to the silent majority, but you are much appreciated. Very much so, because a lot of times people just don't feel like commenting, and that's okay. People don't want to necessarily participate, but I constantly run into those of you that say to me, well, we don't like to participate, but we watch later on and we watch on YouTube and we love what you're doing. And that is much, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Yay, silent majority. And yay to those of us that join us and share your comments on a daily basis. It is all good. Let's see. No, I'm not talking to you. I love it when I say words that trigger my automatic devices, and I do that without intention. Let us get going with the news, because we have all kinds of interesting things to share today. Puerto Vallarta just became the recipient of an unexpected gift of a 1,000 square meter piece of land located right on Francisco Medina Asensio, across from Plaza Peninsula. The property is valued at 3,791,000 pesos, and it was left to the city by a woman that recently passed away in her will. And what seems somewhat remarkable about this story is that you'd think that the survivors of the woman would try to hold on to such a valuable piece of land, but apparently her family, her children, were all in agreement that that's what their mother wanted. So the city gets a new piece of land. What will the city do with a piece of land that is primo property right across, right on Francisco Medina Asensio, right next to the Pitillal River? We don't know, but what a nice story. What a nice story. Of course, not everything is nice. This morning, SEAPAL is going at it again as the organism begins the second stage of improvements at Naranjo Street in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. As a result, the neighborhood, along with surrounding areas of Cinco de Diciembre, El Centro, Las Peñas, El Caloso, and Gastronómicos, may experience water shortages throughout the day. So if you are in any of those colonias, make sure that you are properly prepared to not have enough clean water for the day. But it all ends at 10 o'clock tonight, or so SEAPAL claims. Now, this is great news for our city's students, the children that go to school in Puerto Vallarta. as the city has taken an important step towards education by joining the state program Listo Jalisco, or Ready Jalisco, for the 2025 fiscal year. Following the necessary agreements and legal acts by the City Council, the city joins this initiative that seeks to deliver backpacks, school supplies, uniforms, and footwear free of charge to elementary school students in public schools within the city. More than 46,000 students in Puerto Vallarta will benefit from this program. And this action, of course, reflects the commitment of the government of Mayor Luis Munguia to the education and well being of students, ensuring that they have access to the necessary resources for a quality education. Yay, great news. And somewhat unrelated, but I thought you'd want to know, let's talk a little bit about Boca de Chila. And maybe I should start by telling you on the map where it is located. Here is Puerto Vallarta, and Punta Mita, Sayulita, San Pancho, Rincón de Guayabitos, and up here where it says Puerto Nayarit, is Boca de Chila. Now, why do we talk about this today? Well, because it's being developed. This ambitious project seeks to transform the region in terms of tourism, economy, and industry, but above all, it aims to strengthen the maritime security of the national territory. This is a grand project promoted by the Navy during the 2018 to 2024 presidential period during Lopez Obrador's presidency, and it is justified by the need to have strategic military installations that protect both the land territory and the waters of national sovereignty. So, what does this mean? Well, there may be new hotels, there may be new developments in that general area. I've never been there. It is close to Compostela, or relatively close to Compostela. So, it'll be interesting what happens as this general part of the state of Nayarit begins its development. Curious, right? Let us all take day trips to go explore what the hell's going on up there. But first, let us take a quick look at our weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. The sun thinks the moon is, oh, ouch. Huh. The sun thinks the moon is a manipulative bitch. Well, that's a little bit rough for a Friday morning, at least for me. It is 20 degrees out there. Our humidity is at 69%, and our weather forecast says we can expect clear skies throughout the day with a high of 24 and a low of 14. And then on Saturday, tomorrow, we can expect clear skies throughout the day with a high of 24 and a low of 14 again. And then Sunday, just a little bit warmer, clear skies throughout the day with a high of 26, but a low of 13. So it got chilly again all of a sudden, at least in my apartment. I don't know if you could feel it this morning, but last night I needed to layer up with an extra blankie just because. Now, here's some shady news from City Hall. Or maybe not so shady. You tell me what you think. As you know, we just celebrated Three Wise Men Day. And as you know, here in Mexico, we have a traditional bread that we cut, the Rosca de Reyes, that gets cut on the Three Wise Men Day. And of course, the city usually offers free rosca for all the citizenship. And it has come to light that the 1 kilometer long Rosca de Reyes that City Hall offered for free on the Malecon this past January 6th cost 1.5 million pesos, or approximately 1,500 pesos per meter of bread, which is the equivalent of about 3 Costco Roscas de Reyes. So some people are wondering, well, did we need to spend that kind of money on bread for the city? And to make things more interesting, the money that I mentioned was paid to a company owned by Los Chatos, which is a popular local bakery. But on the day of the event, the bread was served and administered by the competition, Pastelería or Panadería Don Chonito, which is another popular bakery. So, of course, the deed is done, and it is up to us to have an opinion or not care whether the money was well spent or not. I just thought it was curious. I had no idea that bread was so expensive, certainly when you make so much of it. Anyhow, I found this awesome opportunity to go hiking all the way to Las Animas. If you don't want to do this by yourself and you want some company or you want to make some friends, the International Friendship Club is having this hike led by Jody Walk. This will happen on Friday, February 7th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The adventure, which is 100 pesos, that's nothing. You get a bus trip, a hike, panga rides to the most breathtaking parts of Vallarta, plus a break for lunch. This sounds like a lot of fun. I must say that if there is a hike in this city that involves the ocean, the hike from Boca de Tomatlan to Las Animas has to be my favorite hike as far as being close to the ocean is concerned. I haven't done it in a while. It takes a certain amount of stamina, but if you got what it takes, this is surely a fun event to participate in. And of course, you're doing this along with other people from the International Friendship Club. So chances are you'll meet a bunch of likely folks that are likely to enjoy it as much as you are. I am rambling and I don't know why. Just go to this hike and have a good time. And also, as far as going is concerned, my Bring a Tissue presentation for this coming week is going to be so sad. So sad. You absolutely have to be there. It'll be sad. It'll be devastating. You will have no choice but to cry as we explore some of the saddest music in the repertoire and instances in which sad music was deliberately placed in film so that the film would become even more sad than it would be without the music. So, if you want to dive into sadness with me, feel free to do that. And of course, we're still collecting your wonderful testimonials about volunteering in Puerto Vallarta. And I'm going to send you yet another reminder of this initiative um, on today's show notes. And I will explain Monday or Tuesday what this is all about. All I can say is it is great to learn your stories of volunteerism. It warms my heart. Okay, let's see. Good mornings, good mornings, good mornings. I love your good mornings. Dan, how are you? I miss you. And I'm hoping to connect with you guys sometime over the weekend or at least the next few days just to see how you're doing. I'm glad to learn that you're out and about and that you're feeling better every day. That is wonderful. Uh, let's see. Back to Puerto Vallarta in 2 weeks from my holiday. Good for you, Michael. I hope you enjoy it. Param pam pum, purum pum 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 pum. Christy, it's always great to read you. I hope things are well in San Mateo. Um, glad, Albert says, glad I took a shower early. Well, that is always a good thing. Lucina Pettigrew. Have we discussed your name yet, Lucina? Every time I see your name, I think I am watching or reading a Hunger Games novel. I love your name and I love your last name, and they sound so elegant and wonderful. And I just had to say that. Thank you very much for indulging me. Logan says, oh boy, you would hope the Partido Verde would want to preserve at least the trails and green space along the river for the enjoyment of the local residents, but only time will tell. I hear you. I hear you. Let us hope that they don't turn that piece of land into something that is not green. We'll see what happens, I suppose. Pum pum pum. Kathy has a cue. Some really wonderful kittens will be at Petco Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 10 to 4. If you're looking to adopt a new cuddle buddy, oh, how tempting is that? Thank you very much for the reminder, Kathy. For that matter, the nice folks at Petco have kitties and doggies for adoption every Saturday and every Sunday. Sometimes when I have to do my groceries on those days, I stop by to pet the kitties just because it feels good to do so. And I'm always tempted to adopt another one, but Luna has not given me any indication that she wants a younger brother or sister. Um, was the very large cat relocated? If you refer to a jaguar or a couple of jaguars that were seen on security cameras in Conchachinas a few days ago, I don't think they were captured. They were just sighted. What was captured and relocated recently was a small deer that was meandering around the El Cerro neighborhood above Gringo Gulch. Let's see what else. That is a great deal. That is really a great deal. To pay 100 pesos for somebody to guide you on this walk is a really, really good deal. And again, if you haven't done the walk, but you have the stamina to do it, it is a glorious hike. And of course, you hike there to Las Animas and then you come back by boat. So, after you've had a great day splashing in the sand and enjoying your time in Las Animas, it's not like you have to walk all the way back, or at least that's the way I do it, and it sounds like that's the way they're going to do it as well. Boom, boom, boom. If you mean Manny, who has been hanging around my condo building, no, this is his neighborhood, and I don't think it would be good for him to be uprooted. See, I don't know. I didn't know there was such a thing as a Manny out there. So I couldn't tell you more, but there you have it. Could be Manny, could not. Let's see. Bring a Tissue looks very interesting. Oh my God. It's going to be so much fun to listen to music that is not funny. And then after that, I better start making noise. My presentation, my survey of music from the 007 films is going to be more of a blast than I thought it would be. And that's the presentation that follows. Bring a Tissue, and I will have posters. Well, it's already announced on Facebook. Oh my God. That could be Telmex. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Bueno. Ay, qué bueno que me llama. Lo siento mucho, aquí estoy. ¿Dónde está usted? Que tengo internet intermitente y quiero que me conecten a la fibra óptica. Ok. Aquí estoy en mi casa, nada más que no hay timbre. Entonces, dígame en cuánto tiempo llega y yo le abro la puerta con mucho gusto. Ok, muchas gracias. Hasta luego. I am so sorry about that, but it's Telmex. I apologize, but it's Telmex. They're on their way. Oh my God, that's good news. Never mind. I am so sorry. But with Telmex, you have to pay attention to them whenever they feel like it. Serious apologies. Let me finish with your comments. I missed the news about the jaguar. Keep me away from that area. Or who knows what I'll do here, kitty kitty. Well, Kathy, I'm not a jaguar expert, but I would imagine that wild jaguars are just as terrified by us as we are by them. And it's just a matter of, giving them enough space so that they can go back where they came from. And I think we're done. Yes, I am so sorry again for having to take a phone call in the middle of something, but it relates to Telmex, it relates to internet access, and it relates to my ability to bring you all this content. So thank you so much for indulging me a little bit of really quickly spoken Spanish. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, if all goes well, with more coffee, more headlines, more stories, and hopefully a Telmex update. Have a great day.